What is going on, my peoples? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you all are healthy and well today, and I hope your day was fulfilled with nothing but positivity. Thank you so much for joining a brother on this beautiful day. All my new viewers joining us, welcome. Welcome to the family. Let's jump right into this video. Shout out to Global Encounters checking out their video today on their channel. Original video link will be down below in that description. You already know how I do, man. Feel free to check out the Twitch, Patreon, and all my other YouTube channels down below in the description and in the tab in my YouTube channel. Here we go, man. Today I bring to you why life in Canada feels so different from America.
When you first land in Canada, it doesn't just
feel about 30 reasons. I don't even live in Canada. All right.
When you first land in Canada, it doesn't just feel like crossing a border. It feels like stepping into a slightly different version of North America. At first glance, everything looks familiar. The roads, the stores, the language.
The smell.
But if you pay attention, little details start whispering to you that this isn't the United States anymore. The first time I arrived in Toronto's Pearson Airport, I immediately noticed the soft mix of English and French on the signs. It's subtle but constant. Arrivals and arrives, exit and sortie. For an American used to only one language on public signs, it's both beautiful and slightly confusing.
Yeah, it's probably like terrifying. You know, you're like, where do I go? You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's still English mixed with it. So don't be too scared. Like, you're not going to see a sign with only French, right? I doubt it. Unless you're in Quebec, all right, chances are maybe you should, learn a little French before you go out there, huh? Like, who goes to Quebec and doesn't? Well, I can't say that. Because I would go to Quebec and I don't know any French. And I just, I can learn out there in Quebec. Yeah, at least go out there with a little bit of knowledge. There's probably some Canadians that's like, Strac, I don't speak French. I'll go out to Quebec. All right. You could probably catch on to things. I'm talking about the people that can't catch on to nothing, though. And you need, like, that specific sign or, like, this is a men's bathroom. This is the females. Even though the words is different, they're in French, and it got a male symbol, it got the female, you could tell, got the skirt and all that. They still need to see the words. And stuff like that boggles me. I'm like, what? That's how it is over here. And you got to be very, very, like, specific and obvious when you talk about things and bring up things and label things. Yeah.
People move at a calmer pace. Airport staff still smile and say sorry if they bump into you. Yes, the stereotype is real. Customs officers are polite but not overly chatty. Even the tone feels softer. Once outside, you notice other tiny things. The money looks like Monopoly cash, bright blues, greens, purples, and plastic feeling compared to the US dollar. Cars obey speed limits a bit more.
I'm sorry, the last video we checked out, the Canadian guy was like, yeah, I think, I don't know if he was just in there or if he was aware. I mean, I don't know if he was a worker or something. It was a video we checked out, and they said that the American tourist actually had a bunch of Canadian, currency in their hand, and they just gave it up because they thought it was Monopoly money for the theme parks, this and that. They was like, what are we going to do with this? We're going back home. And they just gave it up, not knowing they could trade the currency and back for the US dollars. You know what I'm saying? So the person that made the video just took their money. Just took their money and didn't even educate them. I'm like, how they even survive out there? How was you getting around then, But they just gave it up, like, here you go. Like, it's worth nothing, and they just took it, the Canadian. What would you guys, like, what would you have done? I don't know. That just reminded me of that. I don't know. It was crazy. Because a lot of Americans be like, that's Monopoly money. Is it even worth anything? And just give it up like it ain't nothing. Because they honestly don't know the true meaning of the currency. And that they could trade it in for their currency.
Plastic feeling compared to the US dollar. Cars obey speed limits a bit more. And almost instantly, the cold hits you in a different way if you've arrived in winter. Sharp but dry, and everyone seems effortlessly prepared with heavy coats and insulated boots. One small moment I'll never forget. Standing lost near the UP Express train platform, trying to figure out how to pay. A man in a suit stopped, smiled, and showed me the exact button to press on the screen. Then he just said, "Welcome to Toronto," and hurried off to catch his train. No awkwardness, no waiting for thanks, just genuine, quiet helpfulness. That's when I felt the first wave of, oh, this is different. In America, strangers can be helpful too. but there's usually a quick rush or a joke. Here, it felt unhurried and thoughtful. Once you settle in, Canada starts revealing the slower, deeper differences. Grocery shopping is one of the first wake-up calls. You grab a gallon of milk and realize it's in liters, not gallons. Gas is sold by the liter too. Food packaging lists calories and French translations side by side.
That's not. That is very different, but that's not so confusing if you understand how liters, quarts, and all them type of measurements go. If not, you're cooked. Yeah, you're cooked. You're gonna have to pull out your phone or something every time you go to the supermarket, every time you go to the gas station. Well, how much gas do I need? And you're gonna have to convert. You're gonna have to convert your gallons to that. You see what I'm saying? Like, you don't be that one. Don't do that. Educate yourself. Make it easy. I'm ready for Canada, baby. What's up? Throw it at me. Someone sent me a flight ticket. Something. Let a brother go out there, man.
Bag policies are strict.
Let me escape. Is there any way I can bypass the border? Because it's not shot as the issue. It's when I come back, they're gonna be waiting for me.
Jing lists calories and French translations side by side. Bag policies are strict. You're expected to bring reusable bags or pay for each one, something many American stores still treat casually. Then there's healthcare. Even as a visitor or new resident, you'll hear about Canada's universal health system quickly. Canadians talk about doctors and hospitals with a mix of pride and frustration. Yes, it's affordable, but wait times can feel long compared to US standards. For Americans used to quick private clinics, it's a mental shift. The weather isn't just cold, it shapes daily life. Snowplows appear like magic overnight, clearing roads before dawn. People talk about layering clothing the way Americans talk about car insurance. Kids walk to school in boots with snow pants while parents shovel driveways. It is just normal here. And yet life doesn't stop. Canadians move through winter with a kind of quiet toughness. Food culture feels familiar but slightly gentler. Coffee isn't a Starbucks-only world. Tim Hortons is everywhere, and it's not just coffee. It's an unofficial community center where neighbors meet, construction workers warm up, and families grab breakfast. The food scene overall is multicultural. Sushi next to poutine, butter chicken next to burgers. Canada.
How I feel about that? A lot of people told me I ain't like that. They wasn't really messing with that. Some people was like, I don't like that, man. A lot of people in the comments, man, ever since they get to mixing it up, putting sandwiches and this and that and this and that, it just wasn't the same. But I'm sure that's not for everyone. Can't speak for everyone, but yeah, let me know how it is now. I'm just going for the donuts. If they serve tea, I get some tea. I don't even drink tea like that, but I get some tea. But I'm just going for the donuts. Sandwiches and stuff now.
Wears its diversity casually.
How could you possibly dislike that? You could get a sandwich too. You could get mad other stuff here. It probably just took that what would the word be? Like how it was original in the beginning. It was just coffee, donuts. A traditional way. Now it's everything. I understand. I get it. I was going to buy it out here too, but the ingredients are different. Had to look it up before I even drove over there and wasted my gas.
But it's not loud or showy. Social interactions in Canada feel warm but measured. Americans are often surprised by how polite and reserved Canadians seem at first. People might not jump into deep conversation immediately, but they're almost always friendly when approached. There's a cultural emphasis on not imposing, on giving space and being considerate. That said, once you break the ice, the warmth is real and lasting. Neighbors may help shovel your driveway without asking. A coworker might quietly slip you winter driving tips. You'll hear sorry and thank you a lot, but it's not fake, it's a cultural glue. Community events matter. Hockey games, outdoor festivals, local farmers markets. People rally for each other in subtle ways. One big cultural shock is how modest Canadians can be. In the US, success is often celebrated loudly. Here, humility is admired. Bragging is frowned upon. Even conversations are peppered with gentle self-deprecating humor.
I noticed with the U.S., people, it's not even the achievements they get to bragging about. They brag about something as corny and depressing as how many hours you worked this week. How many hours? I worked 60 hours this week. How much you make? Okay. Your neck, your back, your ankle, your elbows, everything hurt. Yeah, what are you talking about? You can't even sleep at night because you're restless. Huh? You going to sleep with icy hot. You got patches and pads and stuff all over you. Heating pads and whatnot. She's like, what are you talking about? Trying to rejuvenate your body for the next day. I see, like, people, they be bragging about the wrong stuff out here. And be modest. I can understand if you make money, cool. People are gonna see signs if you like a nice luxury car. Doesn't mean you have to dress all poppy flashy and stuff like that. You can have a nice home, beautiful family, you know? Doesn't mean you gotta have all the materialists and that's what they worry about out here. That's what they worry about out here. People more worried about what people think about what they going to work wearing rather than their job. Damn, y'all be pissing me off in this. It's not everyone in the U.S. though. I love the U.S. I love my Americans, but it's not all. It's not everyone. No.
That's not coldness. It's just a quieter way of connecting. Another moment that hit me. I was invited to a neighbor's small backyard barbecue. Everyone brought a dish to share. Not fancy, just thoughtful. The vibe wasn't competitive or loud. It felt easy, equal. People were genuinely curious about where I was from but didn't turn me into a spectacle. There's a quiet pride in making you feel included without overwhelming you. If you're used to the US hustle culture, Canada can feel like someone turned the volume down, in a good way. Work matters here, but life outside of work matters just as much. Many offices shut down earlier, and even corporate culture tends to respect weekends and evenings. Overtime exists, but it's not worn like a badge of honor. Paid vacation is a norm. New hires often get at least 2 weeks, and it's common to see coworkers take long weekends to head to the cottage or travel. Statutory holidays feel more community-driven. Canada Day, Thanksgiving in October, and even civic holidays bring real slowdowns. People value time with family and nature. It is not unusual to hear someone talk about heading up north for a quiet escape. In the US, vacations can feel rushed and full of guilt. Here, taking a break is part of life's rhythm. Healthcare also plays into this work-life mindset. Knowing that a broken bone won't bankrupt you changes how people see risk and time off. Parents don't seem as panicked about taking a kid to the doctor. Sick days are respected.
Yeah.
The stress around medical bills that Americans often carry simply isn't there. Another subtle difference is how success is measured. In America, job titles and income can dominate conversations. In Canada, lifestyle...
Yeah, like, I noticed. Depending what you do as your occupation, how much you make annually, people will speak to you differently, treat you differently. You could even have a simple conversation or try to like give an opinion or talk about, and they cut you off just like that. Walk away from you. Start another conversation in front of your face. You know what I'm saying? They might just cut you off blatantly and just talk about what they got going on. And they don't even care about what you're saying. That's what I really noticed. If you don't got a certain status and you can't even be around in their presence, I'm like, that's like, this is why I'm not even friends with them. I ain't got no friends. Y'all are my friends. I don't have not one friend, guys. Stay to myself, man. It just give my supporters the quality of the content. Because people be weird, bro. Especially when they reach a certain status. Sometimes they be switching up. And they just show a lot of signs. Like, the people here are so competitive. You could be doing well yourself and even trying to help people. And they'll still look at you like... They'll be around you because they don't like you. They just want to mimic what you're doing. And just, like, a whole bunch of nonsense, guys. I'm always a person to root for you. Even if you hate me, I'm still rooting for you. Never been like... But out here, it just seems so competitive. If they're not doing better than you on your level, they don't care. You doing better than them, they get to questioning. And, you know, like, they envy you. And it's really weird. I'm not going to lie. It really is weird.
Often means more. Having balance, being able to travel, spending time outdoors, volunteering. It doesn't mean Canadians aren't ambitious, but the social pressure to constantly push higher is less intense.
Right. And another thing is, like, with the working and everything and the bragging and the vacations, you feel guilty. That is how, you know, yeah, it's expensive in America. So when we take a vacation, it's like, oh, I could be paying more bills. I could be working right now. I could be doing this and that. You know, but you do need that in your life. Take a break and just enjoy life. You know, you need a balance. It's all about your emotional, your physical, and your mental health well-being. If those aren't stable, if none of them, they all got to be stable. If it don't level out, your life is going to be just, a bunch of just nonsense and BS. And it's like, you guys, you worry about family, going out camping, go skiing, play sports, go out, this, that. You got vacation time. The jobs, your bosses respect vacation time, off days, sick days. It's just respectable, you know? Just don't make no sense. Like, what you think cavemen and cave women? I've never really heard somebody say cave women. There were cave women though. What you think? How you think men got here? What you think cavemen, women, and kids was doing before our time? Before a job was a thing, you know? Nobody says you gotta work 24/7 all day, 9 to 5. You can work a 5 to 9. It depends on the occupation. I know everybody has different situations. I understand, but like, it's a balance to life and a smarter way of doing things. You know, invest on the side. Put your money towards this or that instead of blowing it and stuff like that, so that you can have more off days, especially in the U.S. Because we not stable. We not stable out here. They don't care about our off days, sick days, vacation time. Like, they don't care about stuff like that, you know. And I see you guys cherish the richness of life, enjoying everything in life, and not just sacrificing your life just for the dollar. I see it so many times, they sacrifice their life for the dollar. Work all the time, workaholic. When you gonna retire? As soon as they retire, stuff goes wrong. They're just ill or this, that, because they just workaholics. That's all you used to. Why you want to enjoy your life now and you can't? Because your body used to just working. As soon as you take a break, that's when stuff happens. So get used to taking a break, you know? That's what it's about. Like I said, cavemen wasn't worried about work, this and that. They were still eating and enjoying life without having to go to work and pay bills. Am I lying? They would say, hey, come on. The tribes and all that. Perfectly fine. They have no electricity. They ain't pay no bills. They ain't need to go to work or nothing. And they're happy. They're happy. Debt-free, happy, living life. Yes. So, like, enjoy your life, guys. For real. I'm sorry to go on a rant, but, like, my goodness. People be bragging about the wrong stuff. I got this much in the bank. How many hours you worked this week for that?
The longer you stay, the deeper the changes feel. Many Americans describe an unexpected calm that comes with living in Canada. There's less edge in daily life, less urgency to always compete. Even driving feels different. People let you merge. They wave thanks. They don't honk nearly.
All my life, man, even the driving feel like competition. On my life, I put that on my soul. The driving even feels competitive. Like, are you gonna let me go? Or do I gotta race you on it? Okay, I gotta race you. I gotta put the car in sports out of eco. And you're like, everything is competitive. People trying to race you, cut you off. Nobody wanna let you go. It's always a lot, man. You see a car behind you in your rear view, you're riding your behind, they just wanna speed the whole way. This is how it is, man. Impatient, entitled people. And I'm not speeding up for nobody. If I don't feel like speeding at that moment, you're going to sit behind me.
As much. Then there's the sense of safety. Crime exists everywhere, but overall, Canadian cities feel gentler.
Nice.
Kids take public transport younger. Parents worry, but there's a quiet confidence in the community looking out for each other. That alone changes how you move through your day. You feel a little less guarded. One personal moment that stayed with me. After a snowstorm, I was trying to dig out my rental car. A man from across the street walked over with a bigger shovel and said nothing but, "This'll be faster." We dug together for 10 minutes, and when I tried to thank him, he just nodded and walked away. No small talk, no expectation, just help because you needed it.
Yeah.
That's Canada in a nutshell. Emotionally, that builds into something profound, a sense of quiet belonging. You may still feel like an outsider at times, but you're rarely made to feel unwelcome. Canadians might not shower you with instant friendship, but when connection happens, it's solid and real. If you've ever wondered what it's really like to cross the border and start a new life here, this is it. Subtle but powerful shifts that change how you live and think. Canada isn't perfect, but its everyday kindness and balanced pace can feel life-changing if you reuse to the American grind. Have you experienced Canada yourself? Did these culture shocks surprise you? Or have you seen different ones? Share your story in the comments. Your experience could help someone preparing to move or travel. And if you love exploring life beyond borders, hit subscribe for more honest culture stories from around the world.
This is a good video. This is a good video. Is it going to show the channel at the end so I could... Global Encounters, man. This was a great video, Global Encounters. Yes, everybody please feel free to share your honest thoughts and opinions down below, and experiences as well. If you're in America and anyone else, coming from another country, traveling, moving to Canada, how was it? What is it like? What were some of the things you noticed off the rip that were completely different from your country? Not just America. Yeah, your country, anywhere. I don't matter where from. Just please feel free to share in the comments down below. Everyone feel free to check out the Twitch down below in the description and all my other YouTube channels in the little channel tab. It's like it's like in one of the tabs or like some section or something on my channel, right on the homepage. If you're interested in any other countries as well, stay safe, and I hope to catch you all in the next reaction video.